cybersecurity researchers have uncovered a set of malicious artifacts that they say is part of a sophisticated toolkit targeting Apple macOS systems. Bitdefender, the Romanian firm's analysis is based on an examination of 4 samples that were uploaded to VirusTotal by an unnamed victim. The earliest sample dates back to April 18, 2023. 2 of the 3 malicious programs are said to be generic Python-based backdoors that are designed to target Windows, Linux, and macOS systems. The payloads have been collectively dubbed Joker Spy. The initial component is shared.dat. When activated, it performs an operating system verification, 0 for Windows, 1 for macOS, and 2 for Linux, and establishes a connection with a remote server to retrieve supplementary instructions for execution. This encompasses tasks such as collecting system information, executing commands, downloading and running files on the targeted device, and ultimately terminating its own operation. When operating on macOS devices, the base 64 encoded content obtained from the server is saved to a file called /users/shared/appleaccount.tgz. This file is then extracted and executed as the application /users/shared/temperature/appleaccountassistant.app. When executed on Linux hosts, the identical procedure verifies the operating system distribution by examining the /etc//os release file. It subsequently writes C code to a temporary file named tmp.c, which is compiled using the cc command on Fedora and gcc on Debian, resulting in a file named /tmp/.ic/unix/git. Bitdefender discovered another sample known as sh.py, which they described as a more potent backdoor. This file possesses a comprehensive range of capabilities, including system metadata gathering, file enumeration, file deletion, command and file execution, as well as batch exfiltration of encoded data. The third element is a fat binary named XCC, which is written in Swift and specifically targets macOS Monterey, version 12, and newer. This file contains 2 Mach-O files designed for both x86 Intel and ARM M1 CPU architectures. According to the researchers, the primary function of XCC appears to be permission verification for a potential spyware component, most likely used for screen capture purposes. However, the spyware component itself is not included within XCC. Its primary purpose is apparently to check permissions before using a potential spyware component, probably to capture the screen, but does not include the spyware component itself, the researchers said. We have reason to suspect that these files are components of a more intricate attack and that several files are absent from the examined system. XCC's connections to spyware arise from a specific path found in its file content, /users/joker/downloads/spy/xprotectcheck/ and its verification of permissions such as disk access, screen recording, and accessibility. The identity of the threat actors involved in this activity remains unknown. It is currently unclear how initial access is gained, including whether it involves social engineering or spear phishing tactics. This revelation follows a recent disclosure by Russian cybersecurity company Kaspersky, who reported that iOS devices have been targeted in a sophisticated and ongoing mobile campaign called Operation Triangulation, which commenced in 2019. While Bitdefender acknowledges that the investigation remains ongoing, they have gathered enough pieces of the puzzle to form a preliminary understanding. This preliminary picture suggests the existence of a broader campaign targeting macOS systems, orchestrated by an unidentified threat actor. Identifying the specific identity of this threat actor may require additional time and resources. In the meantime, Bitdefender has provided a list of hashes for the identified samples and URLs employed by the threat group. Organizations are encouraged to utilize this information to identify and isolate the malicious files within their own environments. This information should also act as a warning for individuals who perceive certain operating systems as inherently more secure. Threat actors are fully aware of this bias and exploit it to target systems that are perceived as being less safeguarded.